Yay. Yeah, we're back here. Well, I'm super happy because the last time I did class, I don't know what happened to my network, but I could not share to YouTube. We couldn't stream on YouTube. So this is an excitement. Yay. Okay, so let's post in the group. Let's post our link. Okafor Bumi. Wow. How you doing? So I'll prefer a lot of us to watch from YouTube. Today, YouTube is smiling on us. All right. I'm trying to distribute it to all the groups that we are here. Okay, let me read the chat section. I'm super, super excited to be here with you. How many of you are excited? All right. Okay. If you know you are excited, let me know what your favorite emoji is. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. If you know you are excited, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Smiling emoji, Debbie. Let me know. Yeah. I am excited to be here with you all today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Then we can now start. So today we'll be looking at introduction to virtual assistant. Wow. Can you guys see my screen? Can you all see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. So I'm super excited. I wish I can dance now that I've danced. I'm super excited to be here with you all for these 2 days amazing training. Whoa, it's going to be an explosive moment. And once again, I've not welcomed you guys before, so I'm officially welcoming each and every one of you to the Jazz Digital Hub. And with you guys, you're having with me, oh, God, English, English, English. Get it right, get it right. So today, you're listening to the voice of Coach Chiwendu. My name is Chiwendu Ama. So I am the head coach and the founder of the Jazz Digital Hub. And what is the Jazz Digital Hub and what do we do in the Jazz Digital Hub? We do a lot of things. We do a lot of things like we train digital skills. We teach people digital workspace, digital skills. We teach people marketing strategies, sales strategies, and we are also an expert when it comes to knowledge monetization. So we are a training institute that teach you how to earn online or how to take advantage of the digital space of the new age. Yes, of the digital age. So that is that is who we are, and that is what we do. So what is this 2 days class for? This 2 days class is an introduction to virtual assisting. And in this 2 days class, I will be taking you guys on a journey, on a sweet journey. So in this journey, you'll be getting introduced into the world of virtual assisting. If you are excited, let me know with your favorite emojis, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Zoom. Let me know your favorite emojis if you're excited. So in this 2 days journey, you'll be getting introduced to virtual assisting. You'll be learning a simple skill under virtual assisting, which is the graphic design skill. We'll be giving you an introduction to graphic designing. So And we'll be teaching you on how to freelance rightly, where to get freelance jobs. So these 3 things is what we are breaking into 2 days. How many of you are excited? You'll be learning these things in just 2 days. So it's an introductory class. Yes, mind you, it's an introductory training. It is an introductory training. So on the first day, which is today, you will be learning, you'll be getting introduced to virtual assisting and be learning a simple skill called the Introduction to Graphic Designing using Canva. And on the second day, we'll be taking a deep dive into freelancing, how to freelance, freelancing sites you need to employ to freelance rightly. You get? So that's what we'll be looking at on the second day. You get? That's what we'll be looking at on the second day, which is tomorrow. So today's going to be explosive. Tomorrow is going to be super duper explosive. And all our classes, both today and tomorrow, will be happening both on Zoom and on YouTube. Yes, drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls. Let's get right into today's business. Let's get right into today's business. Yes. So who is Coach Chinwendu? Yes, this is my beautiful pictures. For those of you that are not seeing my face very well, this fine makeup-free face today. For those of you that are not seeing this makeup-free face on this video, so this is my beautiful picture. Like I said, my name is Chinwendu Ama. I am a wife. I am a mom, a sister, and everything. I'm an ex-banker, a digital workspace expert, a knowledge monetization expert, a sales and business strategist, the founder of the Jazz Digital Hub, and I have been freelancing for quite a number of years, and I have worked for quite a number of countries right now, working as a freelancer. I work as a freelance virtual assistant. I work as a freelance teacher as well. So this is who I am. And this training is sponsored by the Jazz Digital Hub, which is a registered online school in Nigeria that have been in existence since October 2022. And since that time till now, we'll be able to train multiple tens of thousands of people in these classes like this. Over 55,000 people have sat in these same classes like this and take our trainings. And our different other trainings will also have multiple numbers of thousands of persons that have also taken our class. So we are an amazing team, and our core vision is to make sure every African understands and take advantage of the opportunity in the digital age. So that is who Coach Chinwendu is. So now you know who I am. So now you know that, yes, this person can train me. So what are we going to do in this 2 days class? Like I said, in this 2 days class, and especially on this first day, today's own, we'll be looking at who a virtual assistant is. We are getting you introduced to the world of virtual assistant. Let me put in the group that we are here. So those that are not here are missing. Let me post 1 second, guys. Let me post. 1 second, guys. Let me post in all our groups. Thank you so much, guys. I had to like drop it on the group that we've started. So today's class, we'll be looking at who a virtual assistant is. So who is a virtual assistant? Then we'll also be looking at roles of virtual assistant, like virtual assistant roles, then benefits of being a virtual assistant, skills required. Then we'll also be looking at type of virtual assistant, and we'll look at tools. We'll look at tools, virtual assistant tools, and also we are going to look at common mistakes. Common mistakes virtual assistants makes would lead us into tomorrow's class, where we'll be looking at freelancing in general and how to avert the mistakes by applying rightly for jobs. So now let's get right into it. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? I'm not feeling energy. Give me energy. Energy, guys. If you're ready, give me energy. Let me see your energy. Let me see your energy. If you're ready and you are active, let me see your energy. If you're ready and you are active, let me see your energy. So now let's look at who is a virtual assistant. Who is a virtual assistant? Like we always say, I will always say that a virtual assistant is a self-employed. A virtual assistant is a self-employed professional, or I call a virtual assistant an independent contractor. Virtual assistant is a self-employed independent contractor that provides professional, administrative, technical, creative assistance to their clients remotely. So a virtual assistant, one, there are two keywords to this thing. First of all, thank you, guys. First of all, one thing you need to know is a virtual assistant is a self-employed. You should know that you are a self-employed person. You are a business owner. You get. I want to clear that so that you have it in your head. You are not an employee. You are a business owner. You are a self-employed business owner. You are an independent contractor. So, you know, you've seen contractors, guys. You know how contractors apply for jobs. You know how they go to hustle for jobs. That's how you go and hustle for jobs. You know how business owners go to get new contracts. I want to make sales. How they hustle for sales everywhere, social media, off social media, online, offline. That is who you are. That is what you will do. Even as much as you are looking for full-time employment as a VA in a company, you are also looking for virtual assistant role. You get me? Then, the next thing we are going to look at is roles of virtual assistant. Like, what are the virtual assistant roles? Now you know that a virtual assistant is a self-employed person. You know that a virtual assistant is a professional. You know that a virtual assistant is an independent contractor. Guys, I'm alternating because I have a little child at home who is sleeping, so I'm trying to check. You get a virtual assistant, but I'm still here talking. A virtual assistant is a self-employed person. A virtual assistant is a professional. A virtual assistant is a business person. The next thing you will now ask yourself, okay, now that a virtual assistant is all this, now that I have known that a virtual assistant is all this, what are the roles that I will be doing if I get a virtual assistant job? What are the roles? What are the roles? I will tell you brief about my story, but we'll get there. But first of all, let's talk about the roles. You get, what are the roles? My child is up. What are the roles? So now, as a virtual assistant, you do series of roles. Your roles are dependent on the job you get and the industry you are working for. You get me? Your roles are dependent on the kind of job. Guys, do not mind the cry. I'm a mom. I'm a work from home mom. So you certainly hear 1 or 2 minutes cry. or 2 seconds cry. So now you're like I was saying, your roles is dependent on the industry that you are working for. One, the responsibility that you are given. Two, you get. So the industry determines the kind of role and the niche that you are picking. Because a virtual assistant is broad. A virtual assistant is broad, just like medicine, where you say you want to be a gynecologist, you want to be a cardiac, oh God, don't let me down. I studied chemistry, for crying out loud. What are these medical roles now? Somebody laugh at me. A dental doctor. You know, you have different field of medicine. Yes, like you all know, some of you would say, I cannot do this, so I did not do anything computer related. I studied chemistry, biochemistry. I'm a chemist. Then I finished school. I graduated. I got a job. Before I left working, before I left the professional world, I was working as a banker. So I worked in the banking industry for about 5 to 6 years before I now moved. So you see that I have no computer science background in any way. I remember back then when I was writing JAMB, my sister was telling me, study computer science, there's marketing in that. As at that time, I said, no, I will study medicine. Medicine I no study. Computer science I no do. At the end of the day, I'm in the ministry. Kai, let me laugh for myself. You get? So it depends on your niche, the industry you're working with, the role, or rather your job description, like the job, the specific job that you are being required to do will determine the role. Like I have different assistants and they run different things and they are working for me who is in the edutech niche. So, but we are going to look at some roles here. We can't look at all, but we are going to look at some. So now we have those schedule management, email management, data entry, research, administrative support, customer service, document preparation and editing, lead generation. All these are different roles that you can do as a VA. As a VA, these are the different things that you can do, different roles that you can be employed to occupy in. You get, depending. You have community manager. I have a community manager. She is my virtual assistant, but she's only managing communities and content. Then I have a content creator who is also a VA. Then I have another one who does the general VA. So you see, and they are all working under the edutech industry, which is where I'm in. You get me now? So now we understand that fact, that part. I will try to rush this class so that we'll do it in 40 minutes because the longer part of the class is the practical, and that is what needs our time. We'll be learning how to create simple designs. Oh, guys, sorry, my network went off. My network went off. Let me share again. I guess you can't see my screen anymore. Can you guys see my screen now? Please, oh, somebody let me know if you can see my screen now. My network went off before. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. So I need to rush this part so that we can get into the next part, because the next part is the practical part. So now let's go back to benefits. Let's go back to benefits. One of the benefits is flexibility. Flexibility is one of the key factors of working remotely, of being a virtual assistant, of being a freelancer. Everybody wants to be flexible. Before I got in, I did not wake up and dived into virtual assistant. I dived into remote working after I was sacked out of the bank. Yeah, my performance dropped. I after marriage, the next year, I married the previous year. The next year, I got pregnant and my performance dropped. And I was thrown out of the window. Then, what is the next step for me? Nobody wants to employ a pregnant woman, and I needed job because I had zero savings. Remember, I married the previous year. I actually married 4 months after I got married. I took in. You know now, and I know I did now. 4 months after marriage, I took in. So, I was thrown out of the window. Performance, I was being unproductive, causing the bank to incur loss because they were paying me salary and I wasn't meeting up. So I was thrown out like a bad rubbish. I had zero savings, nothing to fall back on, nothing to do, nothing. It was as bad as the word bad itself. Somebody is shouting no volume on YouTube. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Please let me know. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Somebody has been shouting no volume, no volume, no volume. Thank you. It's the person's network. So you get. So as at that time, I needed to do something. That was when, and I was at the verge of losing it all. So if I tell people that, you are depressed because you don't have money, you don't have job, I understand because I have been there. Then before I saw an advert on FB that I could work for international clients from Nigeria, I say, even if it's Nigerian clients, let me work. As long as nobody will tell me you are pregnant, I cannot employ you. They will not see the pregnancy now. So if I'm doing interview, I will hold my phone like this. Put it well that they will not see my stomach now. They will just be talking to my face. Can I perform? Yes, I can perform. That's how I did the training, paid for training. I did training. Then I started hustling and hunting for job. Then I got my first job with an Arab guy that paid me $20 per week. As at that time, dollar was about 300 naira to $1. Not be now where dollar be 1.5 something. Then it was 300 naira. When I started, it was 300 to something to almost 300. As at that first month when I started, they were paying me $20 per week. That $20 per week, yes, it was small. Yes, it was very small, but it was something that I could manage for a start. I did the work for 1 month. The guy would insult the living day life out of. While doing the work, I was using Hot 8. I didn't have a laptop then. I was using Hot 8. It was a social media management job. I was managing his Instagram account. So while doing his work, my Hot 8 crashed. It packed up. So I now had to gather my money and use it to go and buy Hot 11 Play. I upgraded to Hot 11 Play. After 1 month, I stopped working with the guy. I kept hustling. That's the beautiful thing of working remotely. And I was doing it from my house. I kept hustling. My portfolio is building. I'm gaining experience. I'm gaining certificate as well. I got a bigger job, a contract job. That one, they now offered me $5,000 for the full contract, and it was a telemarketing job. I still kept pushing. And as a remote worker, I can work from anywhere. I want to travel. I don't have leave permission to travel. I travel with my system. I travel with my working tool. If it's work that I'm doing with my phone, I travel with it. If it's work that I'm doing with my laptop, I travel with it. As long as I'm logging in when it is time for work, I'm doing my work, I am delivering. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's how I kept doing it. So flexibility is one of the key elements of benefits for virtual assistant or remote working. Then the next thing we have is remote work opportunity. God has blessed us that every time I get, if not international remote opportunity, but Nigerian remote opportunity, people just keep calling you and like, you're a professional, you've trained a lot of people. I need people to work with me. Give me people. Last week, I single-handedly recruited for 2 companies. I'm not a HRO manager, but I was opportune because the person know that I'm capable and the person trusts my judgment. And certainly, yes, it was my students that I helped with the job. One person owned 2 companies. We recruited for that person. Then another person who owns a skincare brand, we recruited for her. Last month, I don't do it as a job and I don't collect money for it. They're happy now when they come because my students will get job. Whether international or local, it gives you remote jobs opportunity. Then cost saving. See me, these are the kind of clothes I wear now. See now, I'm wearing polo. I'm wearing polo and jean. Those years, I will borrow money to buy white, black, and red because they are my office uniform. White, black, and red corporate. Anytime the thing one is dying off, I buy another one to represent. I buy more to represent. And if you say bank hard, I know when they say it's hard, I know when they say it's hard because I was in the marketing department. And you know how you need to push up so that you will bring in big money into the organization. You bring in big funds into the bank. You know what it means for those of you here that have worked in that department. Sorry, Elizabeth, your service is giving you issues. So since I've been saving that cost, or is it the transport to work? As at some few months ago, when work was choking me, I entered my compound on Sunday after service because I cook food every 2 weeks. Once in 2 weeks, I load my freezer. That's when they say work-life balance. Learn to maintain balance. Yes, family we chop. Family go chop. I have husband, I have kids, they go chop food. Me, I will chop food too. I will eat. So I load my freezer once in 2 weeks. Cook soups and stews. Fill this freezer up so that I can concentrate on work. So if I go to church on Sunday, sometimes before I'm coming out of my compound again is the next Sunday. So yes, it's a sedentary life. You need to do exercise to keep fit. But I'm saving the cost of moving up and down. You guys know what fuel costs right now in Nigeria. Then independence, you have the opportunity to work for as many persons as you want. Global reach. I can boldly come out and say, I've worked with people from France, Spain, US, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany. When I was in the bank, I don't have the privilege to say that because I've only worked with people from my banking hall, my community. Or yeah, they transfer you, you go to another community, you work there. Skills enhancement. When you start up as a VA, you see that, there's a new AI skill coming up that you need to learn to enhance your work performance. You will learn it. There's a new this one skill. You are always enhancing. I do regular training and God bless you. You get jobs from companies that pays for trainings for you. You are enhancing your skill because if you're in the online space and you are not enhancing your skill, or more new guys will come and kick you out of the market. Reduce stress, career diversity. All these are benefits. Let me not so much dwell on this. And let's move to the next because we have another section. So now we've looked at benefit. Now, what are the skills required? Today we said we are going to be looking at one skill. We'll be talking about one major skill, which is the first, graphic designing. That's why my cane is there. So, like I said, that virtual assistant is like medicine. You have different branch, different fields. Who is writing on my screen, Kwanu, now? Oh, who is this, Kwanu, please? I did not say you should put another cane for me there. The cane I used to demonstrate the skills required is okay. I don't want you to draw another line. The line there is okay. So just like I said that the field is vast, that same way the skills too are also vast. So it's just for you to pick a niche, pick an area of specialization, just like medicine, you pick an area of specialization. Then you learn the skills required in that area and focus on it. So for the sake of this class, let's look at a few skills that are required, general skills. Graphic designing, communication. As a VA, you must be an expert communicator. Like I said, I employ VA for my own personal brand. There was a particular time I employed a VA. The person is my student. When I'm employing, I don't start out at outright employment. I employ you first as intern. If you are good that first month as an intern, I'll still pay you as an intern. But the difference is that if you are not good, I won't keep you. I will let you go. If you are good, then I will now give you an offer letter to make your employment permanent. So this person came in as an intern. That 1 month working with me was struggle. And I was asking myself, are you sure that I am the one that trains this person? Because there was nothing to prove that I trained that person. The person's communication skill was minus $1 million. You will give the person a task to do before the person submits is in 3 days. The next thing she will tell you that there's no light. She's in Nigeria, as if me, I'm in EU. I'm in Nigeria. You give her a task to do, she will do something else and she will tell you that she feels that this one that she's doing is better. So that was what I coped with. So communication skill is very important. Communication skill is very important. Adaptability skill. You should be able to adapt to change. Something came up this week on Monday. I trained my VA again and I changed their mode of operation, especially my community manager. Tomorrow, I'm having a training for tomorrow afternoon, I'm having a training for my content manager. So you should be able to adapt to change, sharp. They tell you, oh, do like this, pam, you've done it. Do like this, po, you've done it. That lady with poor communication, I threw her off the window like bad rubbish. Because if you cannot communicate, you have no business working as a VA. You have no business even working with anybody at all. I won't paint it for anyone. Time management. You should be able to manage your time. Data entry, creative mindsets. I'm employing you to make my life easy, to create for me. As a virtual assistant, you are the central processing unit of a business. You are the strongest bone because you are the one that helps your guy process his idea, helps the other staff do this. In short, you are the center. You are the center body of the organization. So you need to have a creative mindset. You need to be good at coordination. You need to be an expert when it comes to researching. Understand how to use Google and use Google very well. You need to be able to multitask. Manage projects. Organizational skill. You should be good at organization. Self-developmental skills. Some people find it difficult to develop themselves. It's crazy, man. problem-solving mindset. They should not tell you, oh, you see challenge of the company, you cannot provide solution. You cannot even think. Haba, what are you doing now? What are you doing? You need to be able to think. You need to be able to think. You see that here, I'm not focusing on the main digital and tech skills. I'm giving you personality skills, soft skills, personality skills that you need to operate. Because some of you will have all the skill in the world, all the tech skill in the world, all the digital skill in the world. But when it comes to personality soft skills for operation and communicating with fellow human beings, you don't have. And you complain that you get a job, you messed it, they sack you. That's the reason why. Because one of the downsides of this thing is that if you are messing up, they throw you away fast like bad rubbish. Nobody will keep you to waste time. They throw you away and employ another person. So you need to be fast and proactive. So now let's look at type. I hope my time, 40 minutes already. Coach, please give me 10 minutes. I'm rounding up now. So that we can get to the batch V, the second part. Let's look at types of virtual assistants. Like I said, you have different fields. So it's supposed to be fields of virtual assistant, not types. You have different fields. So you have chat support. I just called it chatbot here. Chat support is also a type of virtual assistant that is also under customer service, where you are being paid to chat with people, chat with clients. I don't know how many of you have ever sent which people use chat. Maybe you paid for a training on Seller and there was a glitch and you contacted customer service and they linked you up with somebody that you related your problem on chat. Amazon does that as well. That's a chat virtual assistant, not the robot. They directed you to a person. The same thing with virtual customer service. Is also a type of virtual assistant. And it's also a customer service representation. So customer service is also part of virtual assistant, but they now separate it. But you are assisting virtually. You have the personal and executive assistant where you are like a PA. The virtual health assistant, virtual sales assistant. Maybe you are a health person, you are in the healthcare and you choose to specialize and you say, oh, I'm in the healthcare. 1 minute, guys. I'm in the healthcare. I don't want to do administration. I don't want to do any other thing. I just want to do healthcare. I just want to work for health companies. I just want to do health sales. So as a nurse, you can be a tele-nurse. You can be a tele-doctor. You can be in the health sector. You can be in the legal sector if you're a legal practitioner. You can be in the sales sector if you're a sales expert. I did sales a lot. Sales is quite nice. Social media is also a part of virtual assistant. Social media virtual assistant, project management, administrative, which is the most popular. Then you have real estate virtual assistant, property management, and all those. They are all different areas of virtual assistant. They're all different areas that you can niche down. But some people will say, person where they hungry, they get niche. They go try everything. Anyone will pick. Then once they don't start to they eat, they now hold it. Don't mind my pigeon. I'm using it to explain that. Then you have tools, virtual assistant tools. Like I said, the field is wide. So the tools should be over how many millions. But we are just looking at general tools that you need to know. Remember, we talked about niching down and all that. So there are plenty tools. But for the sake of this class, everything I do for the sake of this class, I'm just using general thing that you knowing these tools alone, you can get a job and practice. That's all. You can get a job and still earn well, earn a living, earn $2, $3, $10, $5, $6, $7 per hour. You have tools like Slack, Trello, Google Drive, Google Doc, all the Google application, Microsoft Suite, Canva that we'll be learning today, meeting suits, all these meeting tools like Zoom, Meet, Teams, cloud storage tools like OneDrive and the others, Monday.com, Asana, project management tools, lead generation tools. All these are different tools you can use as a VA. There are so many. Then, I said that we need to rush because of my time. Then you now have common problems virtual assistant faces. Common problems virtual assistant faces. There are so many problems. And some of these problems is because we do not really understand the job itself. One is finding clients. Some people will say, oh, I've gone to Upwork. Upwork is competitive. This one is this. That one is that. That one is that. Yes, finding clients is not easy. Every work is hard. Working alone is hard work. Living, being alive is hard work. If you want to know that being alive is hard, go to the place where they keep people that unfortunately are not with us. Then you know that being alive is hard work. And it's grace. Majorly. So it's still the same thing for everything. Eating alone self is grace and it's work. So finding clients, one, is a major problem for a lot of virtual assistants. But one thing these virtual assistants do not know is that being a virtual assistant is not just like you are a full-time employee, like you're a business person. So as a business person, if you are selling clothes, shoes, and bag and hair, you sell on Facebook, sell on LinkedIn, sell on Instagram, sell on TikTok, sell on Twitter, sell on every platform. The same thing with you as a virtual assistant. Sell your skill even on your WhatsApp status. Sell, put up, oh, my light has gone off. Oh, guys. 1 minute. Can you please help me turn the light on? Thank you. Put up your skills on all platforms. My light will be coming off shortly. Nigeria happens to me. Put up your skills on all platforms and sell your services. You get? While you are looking at job boards that will be teaching you today, we'll be teaching you job boards tomorrow, sorry, not today. Leverage on social media platform. Please, my softbox is off. Can you come and help me turn on my softbox? Leverage on social media platform. While you're getting from job boards, we'll look at that tomorrow. So, when you do all this, you see that finding jobs is not difficult, but we will look at how to find jobs tomorrow. Then work-life balance. How do you balance your work and your life? You are a mom, you have children, you have a job. How do you stop your private time for encroaching into your work time? How do you stop your work time from encroaching into your private time so that you don't have issues with your oga at home, which is your husband, and you will not have issues with your oga at work? So you learn to strike a balance. Have a dedicated workspace, just like me. If you cannot afford to rent a big house where you will have an office, look for one small corner in your parlor or in your room and turn it to an office. When I started, I was living in a small 1-bedroom flat, a very small one. My parlor was as big as this, my hand. You see this space between my two hands? Oh, my light is off. Oh, let me on my lights. Oh, you guys can see my face now. My bright light is off and I need to on it. But you can still see my face. You see this space between my two hands like this? That's how my parlor was. It was this big. But I was able to craft out, and I have complete. In short, we even sold our 3-seater chair. We had full set of chair. We sold the 3-seater so that everything can enter the parlor. But inside the tiny parlor, I still crafted out a small office space to put a small office table and a small rubber chair. That was what I started with. I've gotten my own dedicated workspace. That was where before I bought laptop, I was using phone. That was where I was putting my phone and everything if I want to work. When I got my first laptop, that was where I was putting it to work. Or your family knows that whenever I'm on that chair, it is office mode activated. Everybody leave me alone. But you must have settled kitchen first, though, as a woman. But for guys, you don't have problem. As a woman, settle kitchen first. You know now. You know what will happen if you don't settle kitchen. Hunger will finish everybody. Then, lack of experience or portfolio. That's one of the major challenges a lot of people face. Lack of experience or portfolio. One of the major ways to build experience and portfolio, even when you've not gotten one job, is to have a community. Join a community like this. Join a community, and in the community, you guys will work hand in hand, and you build your own experience, you build your own portfolio by working together as a pair. Then, relying on freelance sites. A lot of people, they'll say, oh, it's Upwork, it's Fiverr that we earn. You cannot go out to look for job. You are using, joining the mass crowd to apply only on freelance site. 4 months, 6 months, you've not gotten anything, you start crying. 1 year, you've not gotten anything. One, you don't know how to create good pitch. Your pitch is not solid. Your portfolio is not solid. Your CV is not solid. Your profile is not solid, and you are relying on freelance sites. No be juju be that. Let's make it make sense. Then the next one is client retention. A lot of us has bad attitude to work, bad attitude towards work, bad attitude to anything work at all. You manage to get clients, you will not be able to handle them well, hold them well. Please help me on my softbox. You will not be able to manage your clients. Thank you. You will not be able to manage your clients so well. You treat them anyhow, talk to them anyhow, see them as though they are trash. And you expect them, you will expect to retain that client and they will come the next time to give you a job. No, now. You put juju for mouth. It doesn't work that way. So we need to always work on ourselves. If we want to get the best out of this industry, work on yourself. Come in with the right mind. Come with it with the great mindset. Come in with the self-developmental mindset. Come in with the I can do it mindset. Come in with the right minds to work. And that is it. Mary, you are going to ask your question on the chat section because I won't be unmuting anyone. And we have another section to go into now. So thank you so much. That will be it for this first section. Did you guys enjoy this first session? If you enjoyed the first session, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Did you enjoy this session? If you are feeling the session, let me know. For those of you watching from YouTube, you're on YouTube watching and you did not even follow the channel, Abba, you did not even subscribe, Abba, now. Will it cost you any naira? Please now, help our life. Subscribe. Did you enjoy this section? So now we'll be welcoming our second coach for today. Our second coach for today will be taking us into the next, into the next session. Guys, if I don't unmute you to ask question, please forgive me. Lahore. At least Charlie Poppy has made everybody understand Lahore. Lahore, Lahore, there's no time. want to go into the next section. So I will take your question for 1 minute, then the next coach can come in. Yay, I enjoyed it. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's a miss of the humor. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So we'll be going into our design section now. We're going into our design section. Thank you. Let me welcome our coach for the next part of today's class. So if you do not have Canva right now, go to your App Store, your Apple Store, or your Google Play and download Canva. We are going into our design right now. Download Canva. Download Canva right now. Download it. If you don't have it, download it. Mama, you can unmute yourself. Thank you. You can unmute yourself. We are ready for you in class now.
Hello, everyone. Good evening to you.
We are not seeing your face. So.
My camera is on. I don't know why you can't see my face.
Okay,
I have
okay.
a
Let me pin you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I do not know why my mic is not working. I'm still trying to get it right. Give me a second, please. Yes, it's working now. Good evening. I think I have a bit of an echo.
Yeah, very loud.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Very loud and clear.
All right, good. I think I have a bit of an echo.
Yes, you do.
Is it better now?
It's better.
I think
Guys,
it's
what
better
do you
now.
think?
Great.
Is it better? But I think it's better.
Yes. Yes, you can hear me. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Everybody can hear you. Your voice is loud.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Compliments of Easter to you. I like to ask, as Africans that we are, how are you? How is your family? I hope everyone at home is fine. For those of you, of our guys that are not yet married, how is your shoe? How is your trouser? How is your mattress? And for those that have children, how are the kids? How are your spouses? I hope everyone is fine. Yes, it's good to know that we are all fine, even though I'm not reading your responses. You can see I'm struggling with my glasses. Okay, so I just don't want everyone is good, man. We are fine. It is amazing. It's good to know that we are all fine. Yes, it's a very African thing to do, and I try to do it once in a while. Let's do the African thing. Okay, my name is Chibuzo Amamika, and I am your Canva coach. That is, I am your graphic design coach, but we are basically just doing Canva. Okay, so who am I? I am a wife, a mother, just by the way, actually, because I'm a lot of things. Those are just offices that I occupy. So I am a realtor. I founded Nahila Properties Limited. We are into property sales. I don't think you'll see my certificate behind me. Okay, so we're into property sales. I am I'm a lot of things. I own a hub for personal shopping. So we are your personal shoppers. It is called BZB Shopping Hub. I am also a tour guide. So as a realtor, yes, I am also a tour guide. And what else? I am an ex-soldier. I retired from the army after 19 years of service. And I am a gig master, like I am a virtual assistant. That's my coach sitting right there in the Reebok t-shirt. Thank you. So I'm a virtual assistant and I am your Canva coach. Now, I went ahead to say all of this, not because I really wanted you to know, but I love to encourage people because I believe that if one can do it, everyone else can. You only think you can't do it. Yes, I wear many hats. You only think you can't do it because your mind haven't been open to the possibilities, right? Thank you. If your mind is open to the possibilities, you will know that you can do it. For instance, we all know that the dead can come back to life. Why? Because it has happened before. But if it had never happened before, you would say it is impossible. Nobody can bring the dead back to life. But it has happened, Abby. At least so we are told. Right? So possibilities abound for you and for everyone. It abounds for me. I do not believe I am there yet. I know where I want to be. I'm not halfway there yet. But why do I have those goals set? Because I know that it is possible, right? So enough of all that. Let's go dive into why we are here. So why do we teach Canva? We basically teach Canva because it is, Canva is one app that has and still is quickly replacing a lot of apps. It is one app that has and still is quickly, very rapidly replacing a lot of apps. Canva is one app that you can use to do a lot of things. So with Canva, you can do the work of a graphic designer. With Canva, you can edit videos. With Canva, you can create documents, right? With Canva, you can do your PowerPoint presentation. With Canva, you can create landing pages and websites. With Canva, you can do a lot of things, a whole lot of things. You can even schedule your posts with Canva. That is on your social media handles. So as a virtual assistant or an aspiring virtual assistant, Canva is one app that you should have at the tip of your finger. Yeah, is one app that you should have at the tip of your finger. With Canva, you can set up your itinerary. With Canva, you can produce your invoice, receipts for sales, right? Sales invoice and receipts. With Canva, you can just do a lot of things, practically run your business with Canva. You can practically run your business with Canva. And that is why we stick to teaching Canva, because number one, it is user-friendly. It is very beginner-friendly. Now, once you can use Canva, you can now progress to using other sophisticated apps or more sophisticated apps, because the truth is, with Canva, for the longest time, you would hardly ever need any other app or that does the same work that Canva does. Let me not put it like it covers everything. No, you would barely need any app that does any of the work that Canva would do for you, except it would do it better or is a more sophisticated app. All right. So Canva is very beginner friendly, very user friendly. So it's one app that we love to teach because that one app can replace a lot of apps for you as a virtual assistant. So having said that, who should use Canva? You. How can you use Canva? In a lot of ways. You can use Canva for your business. You can use Canva, that is for your business as a business owner yourself, or as a virtual assistant, so working for clients. Canva can also be your business. So I have students, past students, that the only work they do, and even me, I design flyers, I create marketing videos for people, and I charge for it. I charge for it. I even teach this thing that I'm teaching you here, and I charge heavily for it. I even charge in dollars, right? So Canva can very well be your business. You could design for people, you could create flyers, you can design marketing videos for people and all that. I don't think this class is being recorded, but it will be on the YouTube. So we are also broadcasting on YouTube. It's fine, Ruth, it's fine. So we are also broadcasting on YouTube. So the recording will be on YouTube, but it is not being recorded here. Okay, so having said all of that, let us dive into Canva. So first things first, you have to download the app called Canva. It is spelled Canva, right? So you have to download the app called Canva, and then you register on it. Registration is pretty simple. You just sign in or log in using your Google email. If you're going to use any other email, it would take a little bit of a longer process, just a bit long. But if it's your Google email, you just put in the email and you are done. It's as simple as A, B, and C. You know those kind of apps now. Yeah. Okay. So having done that, let us start now to share my screen, because this is where I get to go into the practical. So before I begin to share my screen, there are two things I'll be teaching you today, and it is basically how to design flyers, okay? So flyer creation or production or design is the bedrock, of everything that you do. When I say flyer, it can be flyers, it can be posters, it can be whatever names you see different templates on the Canva app. So it can be any of those things, but as long as it is picture, like infographic or whatsoever, it's basically referred to as flyers, okay? So once you can do that, you can practically do every other thing on the Canva. So that's why we're starting with that. And I'm going to be teaching you two ways you can design a flyer. One will be from scratch, that is from an empty canvas, okay? And the other would be editing a template. In short, I will start with the templates before we go from scratch. All right, so that is my promise to you. If I have time, I'm going to add a bonus, like what we call Jara. But if there's no time, we'll just end at that too, because that is practically what I am here to teach you. So without much ado, I am sharing my screen now. Okay, guys, can you confirm that you can see my screen? Oh, there's no one there to attend to it. Guys, can you confirm that you can see my screen? Okay, great. You can see my screen. Okay.
I'm here now.
All right, that's good. Thank you. All right. Okay, no. So when you come to Canva, I was working on this before I left it up. So when you come to Canva and you sign in, right, this is your starting point. So this is your dashboard or your startup page or whatever you call it, okay? So this is it, okay? Now, before we go further, now this is a passport that I took of this little girl, and I brought it here and edited it here before print. I changed the background and I sent it out for printing. Okay, so that's just to show you one of the things you can do with Canva. You can do practically everything with Canva. Okay, all right. So when you sign into Canva, this is practically where you're going to end up or start from. The people that have me have come for me. Go there and take cold water, leave my water, and I am walking. Can you please excuse me, baby? Can you please go? Sorry. Sorry, guys. We are all mothers, so I explained earlier that I'm a mother. So I have a 3-year-old.
You have a 3-year-old or you have 4 battalion?
I have a 3-year-old now. I think she's the youngest, and she's the one that disturbs me. I actually have 4 kids. But
no,
the
don't
youngest
worry,
is
99% of the people here are mothers.
Are mothers, right? Can you shut my door? Thank you. And please don't come back. Thank you guys for understanding. Okay. That's the thing with working from home. You would always find distractions. All right. So, good. So let us start. So I said earlier that once you sign in, this is your starting point after you have signed in. Yours may look a little bit different from mine. I do not know how the interface is now. I've been using my Canva for about 4 years now. So I don't know if anything has changed, but basically it should look like this. It should look like this, okay? So once we're here, the next thing we're going to look for is to start to design straight up, all right? So here we have different templates that we can use. We have different templates that we can use here. So we start here. The first one here is, those are mine. The first one here is the poster. Have the mobile videos. I told you earlier that you can create marketing videos with flyers. So you have the mobile video, you have TikTok photo mode, Insta stories, Instagram posts, videos, all of that. You have them here. You have websites, all of them. You can even create your logos with Canva, all right? So I forgot to mention that, your business cards, your invitation cards, everything you can do with Canva, okay? Now you have all of that here. And if there's anything that you need that is not here, I'm going to show you how you can get it, okay? So for starters, I like to use the Instagram post. Why? So before you even start a design, you must know the platform that you are going to be sharing it on. That is going to determine the resolution that you are going to use. Now, by resolution, we mean the size of the design. So is it going to be 16:9? Is it going to be whatever, 9:9, whatever by whatever? Okay, so that is the platform you are designing for is going to determine the resolution that you're going to use, okay? Now, I said earlier that I like to use the Instagram resolution. So I like to use the Instagram whatever. Why? The reason is whatever can fit into Instagram can fit into practically every other social media, except for YouTube thumbnail, okay, because it's totally different. You cannot use YouTube thumbnail can fit into Instagram, but Instagram cannot fit into YouTube thumbnail. And every other social media resolution would not fit into Instagram. Reason is they are usually longer than the resolution for Instagram. So if you use any other resolution, Vishama, people should take this girl away from here. Lock my door. Lock me in. Sorry, guys. So sorry. We're done. All right. So, apologies, guys. I apologize. So every other resolution you use is going to be longer than the Instagram resolution. So if, for instance, you design something using a standard flyer resolution or a poster, it's going to be longer than the fit or Instagram. So when you post it on Instagram, you'll see that some of the information on your design would not show. So it will cut out, okay? So that's why I encourage that you understand first and foremost where you are posting to. So if you want to post across all social media platforms, it is best to use the Instagram format. Otherwise, you can create one for the Instagram and then copy it and change the size. So you can resize it to fit into other, what's it called? Other platforms, okay? So for that reason, I love to use the Instagram platform resolution. I also forgot to ask before I started to share my screen. I like to know the kind of people that are in my class. So 6 Figure, are you there?
Yes, I am, please.
So I like to know how many of us here already use, okay, I'm here. How many of us here already use Canva? And how many of us, sorry, I had to take out my jacket. It's pretty hot, even with the fan. The weather is so hot. So if you already use Canva, I like to know. If you know Canva and you have not used it, I just want to know your relationship with Canva. So if you have never used this, put it there that you've never used it. You use Canva. Okay, 2, I use Canva. Once I get 10, you've never used this. That's 3, 2 over 3. I use it 3 over 4. Okay, I use it. All right, all right. I use Canva every day. Amazing, amazing, guys. I use Canva. Oh wow. All right, you want to spice it up, great. You just use the button. Okay.
YouTube people,
Okay.
you're not answering. I'm looking at you guys here. Nobody's responding. Have you used Canva or you've never
used Canva? All right. Not used it. Okay. Never used it. All right. That's 4.
Okay, we are getting never used it here.
On YouTube.
Yeah, mainly
Okay.
never used it. So they never used it are the people on YouTube. Like I've not seen I've used it. Okay, just
okay,
one.
so I use it very well. But okay, all right, great. So I'll just say we have about 60% of the class that have used Canva and about 40% that have not used it. All right, so let's return to class. I just want to know your interaction with Canva so I know how fast or how slow to go. Okay. So since 60%, not too much at this
It's
time.
not
So I'll
too
just
much. Oh.
yes. Okay, so as I was saying, I love to use the Instagram resolution. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and look for Instagram. Now for Instagram posts, we have 2 kinds. Now we have the 4x5, which is the portrait, and we have the 4x4, which is the square. So for the square, it's just pretty much there. There's nothing more to it. The portrait is a bit longer, so I like to use the portrait, which is a bit longer, to give me a bit more space. Okay, and that is the highest you can do, except for Instagram stories that will take up the entire size of your phone. Or if you're not doing Instagram stories, you just want to use it as an Instagram post, I advise you use either the square or the portrait. And if you want to post across all social media, all your social media handles the same, you don't want to have to resize it, then stick to Instagram. Okay, so right now we are here at Instagram post. I believe this is the portrait. This is not looking like a square. Now, what we have to do, there are 3 things you can do, or 2 things. You can either just scroll here and select from the ones you can see here. If you can't find a good template that you can work with here, you can, remember you scrolled here. Now you can tap on this arrow. You see the arrow, that is to show more, or the see more button, or just in line with the Instagram post. So either of them will bring you here. Okay, so once you are here, if you are to start from scratch, because I'm not going to explain this again, if you are to start from scratch, you just use the create blank. All right, but if you're not starting from scratch, this is the square. This is the square. So if you're not starting from scratch, you just scroll here to look for what you want. Look for the template you want. If you cannot find it here, you see this search button up here. You can type in the kind of template. So for instance, if you want to work with a webinar template, you can just put there webinar and it's going to show you templates for a webinar. Let's just try that. Webinar. Search. Oh gosh, how did I get here? I am just going to do that again. All right, I'm just going to do that again. All right, I mistakenly tapped on. All right, so for the records, I'm using Instagram Pro. Okay, but some of the things you see, some of the things that I'm going to try to stick to teaching you with Instagram Free. But where we can't find what we need in free, we just use the Pro versions. Okay, so now this is for webinar. So you see enough webinar stuff are coming up here. So we have both the square and the what's it called now? The portrait. Okay, so good. So next I move. The other way you can find your templates, whatever you want, is by coming, let's go back to the home. You come to this plus button at the bottom of my screen, the purple plus button, okay? And you tap on it. You tap on that button and it's going to open up this for you, okay? So if you're someone who is already used to design, like you do a lot of design stuff, you already know your paper size and the rest of that, and you want to customize your paper size, you see here under the for you see customize and custom size. That's where you can customize. Let's open that so you see. So you put in the height, you put in the width. So if you want an A4, you know the height, you know the width and all of that. That's where you do all of that, okay? Now, otherwise, you just come here. You just come here on this line where you have for you, and you scroll, you will see the different kinds of templates. You open them up. It's every day that these people are changing these things. Every day, Canva operates like every Eke Market Day. So I used Canva a few days ago, and now again, it's the stuff looks like it's changed. All right, so if you can't find what you need, you just tap on this the search button and you find what you need. So for instance, we are looking for Instagram portraits. Let's see, Instagram portraits. Instagram post square. Okay, so this is the 4x5. Instagram post 4x5. That is the portrait. The square is 4x4. So you just tap on the 4x5 and it will open up to you. Now, when it opens, it's going to open up your design area. It's not going to show you templates. However, after it loads that page, right? After it loads your design page for you, it's going to, you see, it's going to pop up designs. So I just brought that down so that you see. So this is our design page. Now, if you tap on this design here, right, you see all the designs that you brought up. So these are templates you can now choose from, okay? Now you can just tap on the search button and you look for your preferred kind of design that you want to. Why I like to niche down to a particular industry, like not industry, like a particular kind of design. Like I want to use a webinar design and template to work for a webinar, or I want to use a party template to work for a party, to do a party job, or whatever. I just like to niche down to the design I want to make. Is because when you are using a template in the niche that you are creating that design for, it is easier. It takes a whole lot of load off your shoulder. For instance, I may see something in the food industry, right? So let's say I see a design, a template that is so beautiful, but it is food. That design is for food, that template is for food. And I want to use it in the fashion industry, right? So I want to do something for fashion. I can use it, but I will be changing a lot of things. Do you understand? I'll be changing a lot of things if I use it. Okay, so for me, it's not a problem. I do it all the time. It's more or less like I'm starting from scratch, but at least with an idea. Okay, but that's the difference. But for you, if you are not very conversant with the app, I would just advise that you stick with something within the niche that you are designing for. Okay, you can change a lot of things, but it doesn't look off, because there are some colors, there are some things that you may not be able to use. There are some elements that the theme of that element is different from the theme that you are trying to portray. So if you are using that, you will see that your design will not balance off, or you may not know what is causing it. It's because you are using wrong theme for that design. Okay, I hope I'm not speaking too much grammar. I don't take 25 minutes talk. I never start anything. All right. All right, guys. So let's go. After all that long explanation, I'm sure you will understand once we start. Okay, so now we will just choose a template. I like this purple template, the online business webinar. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of water. I like this one. Good. So now what are we going to be doing? Let me see. Let me design something for the jazz. All right. Now the jazz colors are black and gold. Now this webinar is purple and yellow. So you see where our first problem is. The first problem is that the colors do not match. So what do we do? First things first, we are going to work on the colors. So I just tap on the purple. Okay, hold on. Let me explain this part. Now, listen attentively, please, because this is where the crux of our design line lies, okay? It lies in the menu, where you will find the things that you will need to use. Now, if you look at the base of my screen, by the base, I mean the bottom, look at the bottom of my screen, you're going to see a menu starting with design, element, text, gallery, brand, a lot of things. For many of you that are not already using it, that are new to Canva, yours will stop at apps. No worry, tap on apps and you will see more options, okay? Great, so you see all that. Now, this is called the default menu. You would find the default menu when you are not tapping on anything, when you have not selected anything on your screen. That is the only time when the default menu will be. Now you can deselect things on your screen. For instance, I tap on the picture or any part of the picture I am selecting. You see that border, the purple border line that borders anything that I tap on. So that means that I have selected something, okay? You see it's changing because I'm tapping on different parts, okay? Good. So when you are not selecting, when you want to stop selecting, just tap outside the flyer or whatever, outside that white background, outside, tap it. Then it means you see that the line will disappear. So you are no longer selecting anything. Now, when your screen is like that you are no longer selecting anything, there is no purple borderline anywhere on your screen, it means that the menu you are seeing at the bottom is the default menu. I hope you are following. All right. Now, let us move to the next kind of menu. Now I'm going to tap on a write-up, on a text, anything text. Good. Now when I tap on a text, you see, now if you look at the bottom, you will see that the menu has changed. Now you have edit, you have font, you have text style, you have font size, color, the rest of that. You see that these elements, rather these what's it called now? Menu. This menu is for texting. Okay. So when you are typing something, when you select anything that has to do with writing, okay, that is when you will see this kind of menu. So we will call this the text menu. I hope you are following. Kindly confirm that they are following, please. Okay, so we will call this the text menu, okay? Now let us move to the next kind of menu. We have shown you two. The next one is the image or picture menu, okay? Now when you tap on a picture, you see the menu has changed again. Now you have replace, select, adjust, remove background, and the rest of that effects and all that. Now, this menu is called the image menu. These are not names that Canva called it. I had to devise a name for the sake of my classes, okay? So we will call this the image menu. Now, the last menu, there are 4 of them. The last one is the pop-up menu. And the pop-up menu comes up whenever you select anything. That is this small white one inside there. So let's move. You see, when I tap on this online now, you see the white menu has changed. It has moved. When I tap on join us, you see it has moved. That one that is moving doesn't have a static position. That menu is the pop-up menu. And it only comes up whenever you tap on something, okay? Now, those are the 4 kinds of menu, and they are the bedrock of your design. All right. So having said all that, let us now go into the design proper. I said we are going to start by changing the color. When I tap on the background, the entire background, it will come to give me a picture menu. And I just go there and I scroll down and I look for color, okay? So I come to the color, I tap on it, and I put you see the arrow pointing up, that is for you to expand it, okay? So I expand it, and I see all the colors that I need, all right? So you see all the colors. Your colors will not be like mine. I have done a lot of setup on my canvas, so it will give me different. You see, Nahila Properties Limited, that's because I have put my brand kit. I have my brand color, everything, okay? They are there. So your colors will not be like mine, but you will definitely have the default colors. All right. So these are default colors. You will have the gradients and you will have the colors on the picture itself. So I'm just going to change that to black. Good. So the background is now black. Now I'm going to come to this other light purple here, and I'm going to change that to, let's say, I'm going to change it to gray. Great. Now you see, when I tapped on the gray, you see a pop-up at the bottom telling me to change all. So you see the purple to gray. I'm going to tap on change all so that I don't do it one by one. Okay, great. So I'm going to come to this next purple again. I hope that's the purple. Hold on. Great. So this one is a 3-in-1 color. So this purple now, I'm going to tap on it again. And I'm going to change it to a lighter shade of gray. Good. Now we are getting there. And the last purple here, I'm going to try. Okay, let's ignore that for now. Now you see, just by doing this, I don't need to change the yellow again because the yellow is already serving as gold of the gold color for the jazz. So I just had to change only the purple. Great. So now I'm going to come to this their logo and delete it because it is not a picture that I can change. I'm going to now come, so you will have to go to your gallery, but for me, it is already in my uploads because I have used it before. So any picture you have used before will appear on your uploads. Your upload is your gallery on Canva. Your gallery is your phone gallery, or your uploads is your gallery on Canva, where you will find all the pictures that you have used to work before. Now I'm just going to reduce that there and bring it up here. There's something else I like to do. I'm going to come to the default menu and look for elements. Good. If you notice, let me go back so you see what I'm doing. You notice that the logo, the write-up on the logo is not showing, and that's because the background is black and the logo is transparent. So I'm just going to import another element to give that logo a background, okay, that is not black. So I'm going to come here and I'll take this circle element here. Good. So having done that, I'll just go on to reduce the size to the size of that logo. Great. And I move it to the logo. I set it up very well. So what did I do? I just scroll down, come to nudge, and look for use the arrows to ensure that I'm setting it up very well. Great. Now, after setting it up, I think I have set it up well. I now go to position and bring it backward. Now you see that the write-up is showing. Now I come to this, your logo, and I just edit that. I come, you see, because I'm tapping on a text now, the menu is now a text menu. So I'm just going to come here and put the underscore. Is it underscore again? I've forgotten what I do every day. I don't think it's underscore. The jazz. The jazz digital. EDH. So I'm just going to come here, reduce that, right? Move it to align with that. Come here, come to this line spacing and reduce the line. Okay, I'll reduce the line in between and I will be aligning it with the notch. Great. Good. So I'll now say online virtual assistant class. Let me just edit it like this. Online virtual. Come to webinar and say assisting. Now I come here because I want it small like this one, just duplicate that. How did I duplicate? You see the duplicate button inside the pop-up menu. I talked about pop-up menu. That's where you will find it. And I edit this again and say class. Why am I tapping S and D place of S? Good. So now I come discover the secret to online business, discover the secrets to make, discover the secrets to, so I'm just going to double tap on it and select the part I want to change to make how 6 figures monthly quickly in our 2-day online webinar. All right. So date, let's assume the date is correct and everything else is correct. Let's assume everything is okay. I'll just come here and put their website, www.ddh.com. Edit the phone number. Let's assume that's the phone number. Now we want to change the picture, okay? So I come here, tap on the picture, and I tap on replace. You may have to find your picture in your gallery, but for me, mine is in my uploads. So I'll just come to the uploads, and I'm going to look for one fine girl called Coach Chinwendu, and let's use this picture. Good. So now I don't want this picture to have this background. I'm just going to bring it out like this. I don't want this picture to have this background. What do? I'm just going to come here and tap on remove. Now, for you, if you are using the free version of Canva, you will not be able to remove background like I will do now. So what are you going to do? You are going to download an app called Remove BG. Remove BG. That is the name of the app. And you will use Remove BG to remove the background of all the pictures that you want to remove background. Then your picture will be backgroundless, just like this one. Then you import that picture to your Canva design, okay? It's as simple as ABC. It's not a problem, okay? So I will just go on to edit this last part and say Coach Chinwe. Let me leave it as speaker. Good. So this is how we have edited that template to suit this. We can even remove some of all these elements here so that it will not look exactly the same as the other one. But we do not have the time for that, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. But we can remove this and change it, bring in some other elements so that it does not look exactly the same. But really and truly, we do not have the time for that. And I think this is good like this. So without much ado, let us now move to creating from scratch. I already showed you how to create from scratch. It is the same way that we started this one, okay? So I'm just going to close this, and then I tap on the purple button, or the other way I showed you where you say create blank, okay? So we just come here. Now let me say, okay, let me just use poster. Let me use poster and see all, and I just come here and I tap on create blank. Good. So we have created blank. Hey, coaching, when you didn't remind me, we didn't collect data for, so that I like to design for somebody on the spot, but we forgot to collect data at the beginning. So that would be practically impossible now. Okay. So when you open a blank page, this template page will always come up. All you have to do is to just drag it down, okay? Drag it down and it will remain as a blank page. Coach Chinwe, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so what do we do now? Who are we designing?
Okay, since we didn't collect that data, just design for me.
What is your design for me? Design for me. It's in your head.
I forgot. I forgot to ask them for data. I was trying to finish up something on my phone.
All right, guys. Okay, guys. So let's just design for. Apologies, guys. I like the class to always at least have a feel of our design. So what are we designing now? What are we designing for Jazz or
a 2 days free
MYK?
No, 2 days free training. This training, introduction to virtual assistant.
Okay, so you can start pretty anywhere. You can start with your colors. You can start. Okay, let's start with colors. For this color, this one, let's see if we can use a white background. I don't usually use white background for the jazz. Let's try it for today. Okay, so let's leave that as white. So next, what else we could do? We can start with the text. So you just come here, come to the text, and let us start by just starting from the very top. And the very top is the name, the jazz. The Jazz Digital Academy. Oh, why is Academy still coming to my head? Okay, so now we have the Jazz Digital Hub here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come here. I'm going to come to formats, okay, and align it to my left, all right? Then I'll close format and come to spacing and reduce the spacing of the lines. You can also increase the spacing of the letters, okay? But we are not doing that. We are not doing that. Let me return it to where it was. All right. Good. So the Jazz Digital Academy, then I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm just going to duplicate this and say present, edit, present. Good. So now I'm going to come back to the text, and I'm going to use title this time, and I'll say I'm going to say online training, right? Good. Good. I'm going to come back to text, and I'm going to use subtitle this time and say a 2-day free. Good. All right. Now I'm going to come here, just duplicate this one. Guys, watch you. We are going to arrange this. We're going to rearrange them and say learn how to work for foreign companies remotely from the comfort of your home. Okay. And earn in dollars. And in forget the and. Okay, great. Okay, now I'll just duplicate this and say venue. The venue would be Zoom. The date would be Wednesday, 23rd. Don't forget the Wednesday. 23rd to 24th. April 2025. Great. Okay, good. All right, so let's start now to arrange. So the first things first, I'm going to bring in the logo. I'm going to come to my uploads and just search out the logo. Okay, so this is our logo. I bring in the logo. Are we following, please? I bring in the logo there. Okay. Next, I'll just come, this comes here. This comes here. This I'll reduce, bring it here. And this comes here.
You're not showing us how you notch this thing.
I'm asking if people are following now. People are not answering me. So what am I supposed to do?
Sorry, I was inside. I went to check, madam.
So basically, I already showed how to nudge. So basically, when you tap on it, there's a plus button that will come up. Once you select anything, you see a plus button that will come on the screen. You drag that, or you come to the bottom here. If you just want to take it one step at a time, you scroll almost to the end. Then you see the nudge. You tap on the nudge. You use the arrows. That's if you want to take it one step at a time, like you just want to align it. But if you want to do big moves, you just drag like this with the button, with the plus button. Okay, so this is here. So for this one, I'm going to come back here and come to format, align to the left. Now I'm going to make it bolder. I'm going to increase it and reduce the size, the line size, the line spacing rather. Good. So I'm going to also change the font, because this font is not given. I'm going to change this font to something more given. Let's see, something bolder. No. No. No, no, no. I like the fonts that were used in the templates we used. I wouldn't mind going back to check on it and use it here. So give me a second. I will just go and check on that font and bring it here. We'll check the name. So that's, go to my home and you see my last design here. No, that's the one I'm just doing. Here's the one I'm just doing. Sorry. There's the one. What happened to our design? Okay, select. All right. So I'm just going to check on the name of the font. Leagues pattern. Leagues pattern. Let's see. Leagues pattern, yeah. So just go back to our design and import leagues pattern. So come here and we find our fonts. Open up. If we are not finding it, we type it out. Leagues pattern is going to come up. That's it. Good. Okay, so this one for pins, I'm going to change this to League Gothic. No, I think it's not working. That one is not giving. It's not giving. I want something that will spread. Let's try this one. Great. I want something that will spread like this. Okay. So I wanted to change something here. So I'm just going to edit this and leave it at online. Good. Then I'll come back because I want the training to be bigger. So I'm just going to do this at training. Training. Good. So I'm going to increase this one. Great. All right. So this one comes here and I'm going to reduce, close it up. I hope you see what I'm doing. I'm dragging the side. I'm dragging the side in, okay? I'm dragging the side in so it gives me more lines. Then I'm going to increase the fonts. It's at 32. Let's make it 36. Great. All right. Now the venue, the dates, the time. And the venue. Now this is just a simple design. We've made more complicated designs before. So I'm just going to come and add a picture. Let's see which picture I'm going to add. Let's use this. Like before, I'm going to remove the background. No, this picture will not do well. Now this picture will not do well. Do you know why? Because her shoulders are cut from both sides, okay? So we are going to just replace this picture. This picture will not sit well in the design. We want a picture that at least one of the shoulder is showing. I don't know, I'm just that particular. I don't know. When designing, I pay attention to every little thing. Let's try this one. This may not be a perfect picture, but it could work. Okay. It's not working. We go again till we find a perfect picture. Where is this picture set? Don't even never use this picture. It's been long I have not used that picture. Okay, can't find that picture. I like that one. Okay, let me use this one again. Let me use this one again. Great. All right, good. So now we have done all of this. It's now time to bring in our elements and color. So let me start by coloring this to black. This one black, okay. Black, black, black. I'm not understanding this black one. What that's? What that's? What that's? Great. Let me go back to white so that I would change everything else to white. So this is okay. So now, before you ask me how I did this, the text, when you tap on text, when you tap on a text, right, you will see the text color is, you see the color here, it is A, then under the A, you will see color. That's the one for text color. Why the one for changing the entire color is just a round circle with a color in it. Okay, so we scroll here, we put it at white. Let's take it up so that we change everything to white, change all black to white. Great. Now we come to the background and you see the background is white and we are going to change it to black. Good. This one come to yellow. Let's change this to yellow. Great. So now I don't know if you noticed something. When this thing was white, when it was black right up on white background, the space between these three things was okay because I left a lot of space. Now that it is black background, it is no longer looking okay. So those are some of the little things you pay attention to. The fact that it is okay and you change one tiny thing in your design, it may just change a lot of other things for you. Okay, so when you are making your designs, pay attention to tiny details like that because they are the things that actually make or mar your design. All right, so the fact that something is looking okay does not mean that it will look okay when you finish it. So when you finish your work, you always need to have a second look at it before you say for sure that that work is okay or not. Okay, so good. So having done all of this, the next thing to do is to now add elements. So we want to add elements. I'm just going to come and look for I don't use stickers. Now this is where you have to now get creative. You now have to look for, I like to say, irregular shapes. I like to look for irregular shapes. Or if it's dots you want to use, see irregular shape, right? That's because I have used them before. So if it's dots you want to use, you look for dots, you're going to see different kinds of dots, you see different kinds of irregular shapes. Okay. Now, when you are using these irregular shapes, it doesn't have to fit in the exact same way. Okay, you can twist it and turn it to different ways. I'm looking for something that I like. I'm looking for something that I like. All these ones are looking too cartoonish. Graphics, frames, not crop shapes. Let's go back to graphics. Geometric shape, new brushstroke, abstract shapes, aesthetic shapes. Let's look at aesthetic shapes. Good. So I think what we are looking for are aesthetic shapes. Aesthetic. All right. Where are the things I would like? I like this one. Unfortunately, this one seems to be pro. This one seems to be pro. Like I said, sometimes we may not get all we want on the free version. You are a bit limited with the free version, a bit limited. I used the free version for the longest time and I did well with it. But when I started to create more, I knew it was time for me to start using the I knew it was time for me to start using the paid version. So you see how I tilted this thing a little so that it just has a different vibe. So we can come here and change the colors. Okay, so we change the color. So this color, we can make it deep gold, and the other color, this other color, we can make it light yellow. Push to light. Too light. Okay. Now, okay, I think this is okay. All right. So we want to add some more at the top and also the background to the, what's it called now? The logo. So we're just adding some more stuff to the top. Where is my elements? We're still at aesthetic. Let's see if we can have others. Geometric abstract. Let's see abstract if we'll get some beautiful stuff. So when you are designing, you need some patience. Honestly, you need to be patient when designing, especially from scratch, because sometimes what you are looking for, in short term, your design may not even come out the way you think it in your head. Maybe in your head, you already have a good design in your head and you do it and the thing will just be like shrine. So sometimes you have to be very patient and work on your design very well. It needs some patience. It needs some, okay. So I'm just going to change colors of this. Let's see how it turns out. The lighter, let's say ash. Let's say this one, gold, great. And the last one will be good. Now I'm just going to reduce this so it doesn't take up a lot of space. And if we like, we can now come and make this less transparent and make it more transparent so it's not very bright. Make it a little bit transparent. Okay, good. So we can leave this design as this. We can design to touch up some other things if we want to. Let me just add her name, Coach Chinwe. Come here, duplicate this one, bring it down here, and just edit and say Coach Chinwe. Come down. Come down and put the car. Good. So I come back to elements and just fetch an element. Shapes. I come to shapes. Are we there, please? Are we following?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to increase this a little, then make it bold. And that's it. Change the color of the background here. Change the color to something lighter so that it can pop up. No, change it to something lighter. Great. Can be something else. Let's take it to the gold. I don't want there to be too much gold colors on it. Make this black. What do you think?
And can that write-up be bolder under the online training? Learn how to. It's a little small.
So we just increase the size.
Then it's okay.
40.
Guys, start pouring in your questions. Start pouring in your questions.
All right. So, okay, I see one last element. So I'm practically done. I don't think we have time for the last stop. It's actually not a problem. It's nothing serious. So now I'm just going to nudge this to fit very well. And then I go backward. Great. Okay. Now we are done. So is it a hit or a miss?
Guys, is it a hit or a miss or a waka pass? A hit, a miss, a waka pass. Hits. My YouTube people, is it a hit, a miss, a waka pass? Give it your judge, your honest opinion and drop your questions.
So basically, I feel I should even move the margin to the left a little bit. I've been looking at it for a while. Oh, I didn't. Okay, it's not a problem. Okay. So now I want to do something here. I want you to pay attention. So I want to move these three things together. So I tap on one of them, tap on the ellipses, that's the three dots on the pop-up menu, right? Select multiple, then I tap on the other two. They are too close together. I hope I'm able to pick them. Okay, takes a second. Okay, let me just move that two. I wanted to move all three together. Then I come for the third one. Great. Now I can make your picture bolder. This is your picture will come be as if you put hand, you stand at attention. All right. So we had to utilize all the space. You can also decide to add some more elements in the background if you like, but I think too much elements can actually spoil your design. Now, to download your design, first, there are two ways you can download. You can either, if you look at the top of my screen, if you look at the top of my screen, from my right hand side, it starts with an arrow pointing out of a bucket. So that's your upload button, and an arrow pointing down to a line. That's your download button. So let's not even assume, let's do it practically. So I'm just going to duplicate, have multiple pages of this. Now I have multiple pages, okay? I have multiple pages, right? Now let's assume I want to, if I use the download button, it means I am downloading all the pages, even if they are 100, everything will download to my device. But if I use the upload button, I can choose the pages I want to download. So I can, in short, I can do a lot of things from here, right? So from here, I can send to someone on WhatsApp. I can share to any other. Go and meet them to bath you. Who is betting you today? No, go and bath because you want to sleep. Go and bath, then you can come. Let me carry you. Whoever, go. Go and tell her to bath you. Go now. See a small head like Trinity. I love me like that. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So when you use this upload button, right, and you tap on more, it's going to open up a lot of things that you can do. So you can share to your social media pages, you can even save to your device, you can save to your Google Drive, you can share to your Slack, you can share to your Dropbox, you can share to Microsoft, you can share to anywhere. You see all the places you can share to, a lot of options. Oh, you people should come and take this girl now. You people will off that TV now and go and sleep if that's what is making people not to have sense. Come here, let's go. I'm talking their studio. Okay. Sorry, guys. So you can also schedule your post if you are sharing to your social media pages. You can schedule your posts and all of that. Okay. So that's all what you can do from here. Then, if you want to download, let's say 2 pages out of the multiple pages, okay? So you come to this download button. It's already at PNG. If it's video, it has to be on MP3. In short, whatever you design is going to automatically choose the format, the file type that it should download for you. Now we have 5 pages, and I want to download 2 pages. I can just come here and deselect. I would deselect all, you see, I have deselected all that. So I can just come here and tap on the pages I want. Okay, let's say I want to download page 1 and 2. I tap on done, then I come here and tap on download. So that's basically how you can download after you have designed. Ooh, I hope we have been able to do justice to this class. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Oh my goodness. Oof.
Okay, somebody say, where can someone tap to apply the irregular shape? Can we do
It's
this
on that
on
element.
smartphone? Another person is saying on YouTube, can we do this on smartphone?
I'm using my smartphone. I didn't teach you with a computer. It's a smartphone I'm using.
So another person says, so all these things are inside Canva, right?
I didn't open another app now. They are all inside Canva.
Okay, so another person said something. Let me look at the Zoom. Guys, keep your questions pouring in. Please,
Please,
there are
the coach,
many
social media handles. What do you mean? What do you mean by social media handles? Ask your question clearly.
The social media handle was pasted in the group now. The social media handle was pasted in the group and it will be posted again tomorrow.
Okay, hold on. Somebody is asking which remove BG. So there's a particular remove BG that is yellow. Okay, you see this one up here close to my glasses, right? After my FCMB, just beside my FCMB, you see that remove BG. Let me show you here. It has to be, okay, you see this one? You see this remove BG here? I don't know if you can see it too. This one, remove BG. That's just the name, remove BG. Then the logo is yellow. That's why I was showing you from there.
Hold on.
See the,
Hold
that's the remove BG that you need to download. That's the one I use. Oh, I don't know of any other one, but that one I've been using it for years and it is very, very effective. Does the work efficient. Yes, so Remove BG is a different app to be downloaded if you do not use Canva Pro. So I use Canva Pro to remove the background. I can even use Canva Pro to select some things in a picture and remove, do you understand, to edit an already existing picture, okay? But if you do not use Canva Pro, you can use Remove BG to remove your background and do all the serere and then bring it to Canva. So after you have removed the background, then you can now bring it to Canva and use the picture without background on Canva. So that's the essence of the remove BG. You can subscribe to Canva by how do they even subscribe to Canva again? I forgot to know. Honestly, I've forgotten. I do not remember. I do not remember how to subscribe to Canva. I've been subscribing to Canva for more than a year now. So I really do not remember how to start. So mine is on auto renewal. So once it's the time, it just auto renews. And if peradventure it fails, I just go to my Google Play Store and renew the subscription from there. So honestly, I do not remember how to subscribe to Canva. Okay. Can we do all this on just Canva, not Canva Pro, because I notice you're using. Yes, you can do it on Canva. So I tried as much as possible to stick with Canva, as in to stick with things that didn't have to do with Pro, right? But however, I still used the Remove BG. Remove BG is a Pro feature. So I have taught you how to use remove background on Canva, okay? So it's a Pro feature on Canva. But there is an app called
YouTube people,
Remove
drop
BG.
your questions. YouTube
There's
people,
an
drop
app.
your questions.
There's an app called Remove BG. Download it from your Play Store, whatever store you are using. Download it from there and then use it as an external app to already remove the backgrounds of your picture. Then take that picture that you have removed the background to go and use it on Canva. So you can do practically everything I did there. In short, there are more serious work that you will still do with Canva free. There are more serious works. These are just basic works that I did here. There's more serious works, like even doing videos. You can do videos with Canva free, but many people will think it is not possible. I have taught my class how to do videos with Canva free, but I just naturally like to use the Canva Pro, because since I started to use the Canva Pro, it is easier for me, because I do not have the time like I used to have. I now do more jobs, and of course, my subscription money no dey waste. Do you understand? My subscription money no dey waste. If it was back then when I did not have a lot of jobs to do with Canva, I was using the free version because I had the time on my hands. And you understand, I wouldn't be carrying other money that Canva is not working to come and be subscribing for Canva. Okay, so I didn't feel the need to subscribe to Canva at that time. But now that Canva is making its own money for me, so of course I would definitely subscribe. So it's easier for me to use the Canva Pro. However, if you are not using Canva Pro, you can use the Canva Free. It will only take you a little bit more time, but it will give you the same results.
Okay, thank you so much. Somebody is asking, do I download Canva or Canva Pro? Please download
It
Canva.
is
There's
just
nothing
one
like
thing.
Canva Pro. It's when
It
you
is
want
just
to
one
upgrade,
app.
you
You only what's the word now? You only subscribe on the same Canva app. Okay, so there's no app called Canva Pro. It is Canva. Just download Canva. Then on that Canva, you can subscribe to the Pro version. That's just it. So you can
Yeah,
use
for the
Canva.
person that asks, do we need to make do with Canva? Do we need do we need Canva Pro to make do for design rather for a start? I guess she has answered your question, Uche. No need for that. She has answered that. So any other questions, guys? Your alignment line, how did you get it to show?
No, when you are aligning, that line is it's not you that makes it show. The line pops up automatically to show you your alignment. Okay. So it shows you your alignment. That's how you know whether you are missing the line or not. So it pops out naturally. It's just there on the app itself.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma. We've done 2 hours, 30 minutes, guys. Woo! If you are not feeling sleepy, I am feeling sleepy. Thank you so much, Ma. We really appreciate this. Guys, if this class, you enjoyed this class, it is worth your 2 hours, 30 minutes. If you learned something that people could charge you for, even if it's 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 10,000 naira, whatever, 1,000 or 5 kobo, and you learned it for free today, and you appreciated it, and you are sure you appreciated it, let us know in the chat section. Just say 1 or 2 words to let us know that you appreciated the class. The class was worth your time. It was worth your data. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. It's something that was worth your data. Let's know. Let's know. Let's know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful teachings. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I equally enjoyed my time with you, and tomorrow we'll be having another wonderful time. Tomorrow is going to be massive. Tomorrow we'll be looking at, now we've learned 1 or 2 skills. Okay, the class is worth every time. Data etc. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, we enjoyed our time with you all. It was an awesome ride. was an awesome ride with you. So tomorrow is going to be so much more interesting. Yes. So tomorrow we'll be looking at this small thing now that we've known. And just want to know, is this the pro version of Canva or just the normal free version? We've said it before, John. We've said this before. You can use the free version to work. Yes, you can use the free version to work and maneuver the pro features. Yes, we've said it.
So
I was not able to join. Okay.
Hadiza is saying she needs Canva class if the coach has any. So after the class tomorrow, right, you can reach out to Coach Chinwe after the class tomorrow. I'm saying after the class because she, by tomorrow, you will know whether you need the Canva class as a standalone or not, okay? So after that tomorrow, then you can reach out to Coach Chinwe with your concerns or question. Then somebody else was asking, how do we create logos using Canva? So you have attended this class today, and I have shown you all the plenty things you can do on Canva. So with your knowledge of today's class, and I believe that for you to be asking about logos, you already use Canva. Go and look for logos on Canva, create something, and reach out to Coach Chinwe with it. She will get it across to me. If your work is good and needs more direction, I'm going to step in for you. But if you do nonsense, I won't answer you. So that's the only thing I can do for you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So, like I was saying, today we've learned one skill. You know, we said there are so many skills that you need to know as a beginner virtual assistant. And today we just did intro, a tip, like 1% of, not up to 1%, 1% of the 100% of the skills you need to learn as a beginner virtual assistant. You see, the 1% was very interesting. That's to tell you of the more we have in stock to come. As a virtual assistant, you need to know administration. Beginner virtual assistant, you need to know administration, intro to projects, property management, travel management, business accounting, data entry, email management, and lead generation. So many skills that we'll be teaching you. But for this 2 days class, is just introduction that we are doing, and we are giving you intro to one skill. So tomorrow's class is going to be another wonderful class where we'll be showing, especially the people that have skills already or don't know how to get jobs, where to apply for remote jobs, how to get freelance gig, how to get remote jobs, how to position themselves for remote jobs. That's what we'll be learning tomorrow. That's what we'll be learning tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome. Tomorrow is still going to be on Zoom and on YouTube, the same 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So do not miss tomorrow's class for anything. The replay of this class will be dropped in the group, and it's going to be up for just a few days. Yes, we'll be dropping the replay in the group with the same YouTube link. You can take the replay and rewatch the videos again. And especially this assignment, I want to give one assignment. And the assignment is basically, you are getting certificate for 2 days class. Are you serious? For introduction. What do you want to use the introduction certificates to do? Oh, God of
the question of me.
The question of me. Yes. The question of me. 2 days class certificate. I don't understand. For a free training certificate. I don't understand. Yo, are you an Oliver Twist? I will not employ you. If you
attend tomorrow's class.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Samsung is asking. Okay, it's the same Samsung that has some certificate. He said he didn't hear what I said about this Canva. That was not an assignment to everybody. It was a specific person I gave an assignment to.
Okay, let me give. I have an assignment for. Yeah. Naji is laughing. It's what laughing, though. I have an assignment for everybody, especially those of us that are new to designing. Yes. Especially those of us that are new to designing. I want you all to create a design. I don't know how you will submit it, but please, not my WhatsApp DM. I beg you guys, not my WhatsApp DM. Don't crash my phone for me, not my WhatsApp DM. Please, nobody should submit anything in my WhatsApp DM. So we'll be creating a design. I don't know for now how we would submit it. But if I am going to open the group for 30 minutes for us to submit our assignment, I would let us know. But download your Canva, try your hand on it. Yes, you will get recording. Download Canva, try your hand on it. You get. Try your hand on it and design anything simple, anything you can do for now. Design anything simple that you can do for now. And tomorrow I will tell you guys if I'm going to open the general groups, all the general WhatsApp groups, all of them, for you to drop your assignment based on the one you are in. If I will not be able to open it, I would still let you guys know. But whatever that you submit it or not, because if you submit it, you might not still mark it because of time. But I want to be sure that you tried your hand on something before we go into tomorrow's class. Because after tomorrow's class, there will still be enough learning for you to do tomorrow. So there will still be enough trying that you'll be trying your hands. You get. So tomorrow. So see you all 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Tomorrow's class will not be as long as this. It's going to be like 7 p.m. to 8:45, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Will be done. I'll try to be done with 1 hour, 40 minutes tomorrow. Thank you so much for today. I appreciate you all for coming. And this is me saluting you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's a signing out from here. Stay blessed, stay safe, sleep tight, remain safe, remain blessed. And catch you all tomorrow.
Nice.
Bye for now.